Simon, you've had an absolute shocker getting here, haven't you?
Well, no, I just spent more of my life than I cared to at Paddington Station, close to GBNews Towers, talking to passengers who are cheesed off to the nth degree. So, let's start on the Gatwick thing, actually, because that was really important, because yesterday I was at Victoria Coach Station. I know how to enjoy myself at Christmas time.
Oh, you do.
And things were working really well. If anybody wants an example of how to run a good transport operation, just go to Victoria Coach Station. Great staff, everything running normally. Yeah, crowded, loads of people, but everyone gets where they need to be. Unlike the railways. So the one place you couldn't get a bus to was the airports, because so many people wanted to go there. Because no trains. This is the only place that this happens. Other countries...
but why is this? Because we weren't supposed to be having strikes today. This was supposed to be a day of freedom.
We would have had only a very limited number of trains yesterday anyway, because it was bank holiday. Today, things were supposed to get better. But even though the strike finished at 6, at Gatwick Airport, things were not going to change until later on in the morning. And this was the case quite a lot of places. But then, when the trains finally were about to start running, there was a signal failure, and so everything went wrong.
The cynic in me, Simon, would say this is a bit deliberate.
No, absolutely not. It's just...
Are you sure?
Look,
there are always signal problems, always.
And the rail engineering
Conveniently
works...
timed.
The rail engineering works are designed to fix things like signal problems. But the trouble is, the rail union, the RMT, the reason it went on strike for 4 days, finishing this morning, was to try to scupper rail engineering works, because they wanted to have a go at...
And did it work?
Well, it certainly scuppered tens, possibly hundreds of thousands of journeys. But the rail engineering works...
Just hear me out on this, Simon.
Yeah,
if I decided that I wanted to walk onto a train line and, I don't know, cut the cables or sabotage it to stop it working, I would be arrested for a criminal offence. But isn't that kind of what some of the unions are doing?
No, they are exercising their right to withdraw their labour, Patrick, and I absolutely support them on that. I think they're... in the same time, wrecking the railways, because I think that they believe, because that's what their very good leaders, Mick Lynch of the RMT in particular, have persuaded us, that they...
Just before I bring in Narinder on this one then, what do they actually want? Give me the figures on what they actually want now.
OK, they really are looking for... They've been offered Network Rail 5% plus 4%. They gave it to their members and said, we recommend that you reject this, and they duly did. I think if it was more like 6% and 5%, that would be something they could work with. But what they're particularly concerned about is the extraordinarily complex network of rules, which date back, some of them, to Victorian era. They don't want those overturned unless they're going to get an extra percentage for modernisation. And that's really the sticking point. And I can absolutely see their point. You're a strong union, you do what you can, but I think pushing their luck too far